Hello, good evening, and welcome. This here is the North America RaceRoom Twitch channel. We are live at the moment. This video will also go up on the North America RaceRoom YouTube page probably by tomorrow, so welcome to everyone. If you're dropping by here on Twitch, or if you're watching at a later time on YouTube, welcome. Please enjoy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of, I guess, the larger community of the North America RaceRoom Discord, where you know, even folks who watch these videos and these streams and everything, you're part of why we do this. So thank you as always. Make sure to find the Twitch page if you haven't already. Make sure and follow it. That way you can see when things go live, like we just did. If you need to find the YouTube page for the North America RaceRoom, please do that as well. Every video or every stream that we do gets recorded in real time with commentary or whatever sounds are happening, and gets uploaded to YouTube, usually in a better resolution than what's streamed live. So if you drop in for just a bit when it's up live, and you want to see the rest of it, check out the YouTube page. It'll be there. It'll be there in full. Pick up where you left off, or restart over, or whatnot, and go from there. So make sure to follow that page. Make sure to do all the likes or dislikes, thumb up, thumb down, whichever you want to do. Leave a comment if you want to. Let us know what we're doing well or what we're doing bad, or let us know about a comment of the video you watched, of something you found to be pretty cool. Because what we could always do is clip that out and put it up on our Instagram page. So, and that leads to the next one. North America RaceRoom has a new Instagram page. So if you're big on Instagram, find that, check it out. It's fairly new, so there's not a whole lot of posts as of right now, but hey, you can only start at the bottom and go all the way up, so more posts will happen as time goes on. In addition to Instagram, you've also got Twitter. Find our Twitter page, in RaceRoom, all put together. So just in RaceRoom. Find that out. We put up tweets that deal with when streams are going to go live, or when streams do go live, in addition to the notifications of Twitch and YouTube or whatnot. We'll put out information pertaining to the North America RaceRoom Discord community, or we'll even tweet or retweet news or information from RaceRoom Sector 3 themselves. So we're trying to use it a little bit more. So if you give a follow there, you're at least in the know all around. And lastly, if you're watching this video and you're kind of new to RaceRoom, or you do RaceRoom and you're in the North America, South America, Canadian time zones areas, find the link in the description or on the Twitch page or anywhere you want for the Discord community. If you get in there, you're going to find a lot of great stuff. That's where we get together to congregate for like what you're going to see tonight. So, we pick certain times of when ranked servers are going to be available. We rally the troops to show up, to join in, and to hopefully put on a good show, like hopefully we'll see this evening. In addition to the ranked stuff, we have the unranked stuff. Friday nights, we have community events where we run 2 20-minute races on combinations that we come up with. So they're on personal, North America RaceRoom servers. So they're not run by RaceRoom themselves; they're run by us. We put them on. We make all the rules and settings, I guess you could say, and go from there. In addition to that, we've got a seasonal championship that's coming to an end, actually. So Monday is round 8 of the DTM 95 championship. It's been 8 long weeks, and we're going to end it actually right here at Suzuka on Monday. So there's a few people still. What am I trying to say? There are like 3 or 4 racers that could easily shake up positions, maybe 2 through 4. I think P1's pretty much set from what I remember. So 2, 3, and 4 are up in the air, all depending on the outcome of the last race at Suzuka. So plenty of things to watch for, plenty of things to excite in the end, really. Just trying to think off the top of my head. I really should have all this written down by this point, but I don't. I think that's really about it. Hopefully this evening we see a lot of good stuff. Everyone knows the GT3 class, so you'll see a lot of vehicles in here that you're probably familiar with. You've got the Mercedes, you'll have the Bentleys. What do we have? We have a couple Audis, we have a BMW, we'll have a Porsche in there. Mr. Victor Paz right there. He's always in a Porsche, and he's always fast in it. So you'll be seeing him near the top of the leaderboard throughout this race. We have a couple Chevrolets. I can only assume those are the Callaway, the Callaway Corvettes. So quite a range of vehicles in here, which is always fun. That's kind of the thing about RaceRoom. I know other sims that have GT3s have a variety of cars as well, but RaceRoom has an even bigger variety based on prior years of GT3 vehicles and everything. So it creates quite a fun race with so many different cars manufacturers to choose from. As for Suzuka, it's a very long course. You're seeing there a 202.2 by Jeff Hooton, who's currently P1 here in practice. You'll probably you might see him break down into the 201s, as well as some other folks. I mean, once they get in here and get warmed up, get the car tuned to how they want, kind of remember Suzuka, find their way around it, you might see some folks start putting a little faster times. Right now we have 21 people, which is amazing for a Saturday evening here in the States. Saturday evening. It's Sunday morning in Australia. Ed Engineer, currently P5. He's from Australia, and then we've got folks from everywhere this evening. So quite a collection of people, which will be fun to watch. What I'm trying to do here is I'm going to try to find someone that is near the start-finish line. That way we can go kind of like an in-car lap of someone. Lester here is coming up to the very end, so we might check back with him here in a second. Emery Anderson's in this evening. Dan Fry, he's in the Bentley, or the Boatley as I call it. You see Mark Sutton. Oh, here we go. So, you know what? We're just going to go with Jeff Hooton. We'll go from the cockpit cam. So, he crossed the start-finish line, and you've got turns 1 and 2 that are just sweep right together off to the right. And then you go through the S's, which, if you're capable of it, you don't really have to get too far off the throttle through these. You can kind of just slide your way right on through them. Once you get through your S's, up the final left-hander out of those. It's going to sweep you around off to the left, and you're eventually going to come to a very quick 90-degree right-hander right there. You can cut the curb a little bit like Jeff did, and then another one right there that you can kind of cut on the inside, but if you go a little bit further out, you're going to have a better exit. This brings you into the hairpin. That we probably see some spins. Well, I shouldn't say probably. I mean, it may happen. That's where spins will happen if they do. As you try to get too far into the throttle too early, and you'll go around into the big spoon, or I think just a spoon. Big spoon, little spoon, all the spoons right here. And Jeff made his way through there. I've spun there before, so you might also see some spins within the spoon area. And it's really just, you think you can get a lot of throttle through there, but you can't. And when you try to do it, then you'll lose it. So he's coming up to the chicane at this point here. And there it is. A right, a left, a little down the hill right, and then back across the start-finish line. And there's your Suzuka. You've got some fast portions of it, and you've got some portions that are not, like your two 90-degree right-handers, your hairpin, the spoon area, but then you've got the long back straight that obviously you can go full out once you get through spoon down to the chicane. So we've got just about 6 minutes left to practice. With this being ranked, it's probably going to be 15 minutes. Let's see here. No, I am sorry. That is going to be 10 minutes of qualifying. So, with folks running 2-minute laps, obviously that's not a whole lot of laps for qualifying, and you have, one out lap. So you have to really make them count for Suzuka, or you will run out of time, and you will not put in, obviously any qualifying time, and you'll start near the back. So, you really have to hit it hard, hit it fast, and hit it perfect for a 10-minute qualifying session. So let's double check the Discord. If there are people in the voice chat, I might throw it into there and maybe not talk as much for this one. I'm a little tired today. Not that that's any excuse, but you may not get the best commentating out of me today. So let's see what we have. We have no one in there. Well, I'll take you through practice, and then I'll mute myself for a while, and we'll see how it goes. But Lester Lawlin putting in some green sectors for himself, but he is about 7 seconds off the pace, according to his times there. Oh yes, definitely. So he's coming through the chicane. He's already got 2 minutes there, and he's gonna get through the downhill right hand and then down the start finish line. So he'll be coming in about 2:09, 2:10, 2:11.3, about 9 seconds off. So I'm sure he'll run it again. And there is some ping issues here for Rodriguez, as you can see him kind of bouncing all over the place while out there. Diego Jungs, we've seen his name before. He should be fairly quick, at least in the midfield or somewhere in the top 10 is where he normally hangs out. We're up to 23 people now, so the GT3 class, or ADAC class, these races tend to bring out a lot of people. It's probably the most popular class in the game, I would have to say. That's what most people look for. So when you have an hour race with these somewhere, it tends to brings out the crowd, which is always good. I mean, you'd rather have a bigger crowd than 5 people racing. It's not very fun when there's a small amount of people that you're going against. So Ignacio De Leon, I think we've seen his name before too. He must be on an outlap, or he's invalidated it somewhere since he's not putting in any sector times. But just to reiterate, after 10 minutes of qualifying, this will be a 60-minute race. There is a mandatory pit stop. So for RaceRoom and mandatory pits, that is a change of at least 2 tires. So that's all that's required. That's all that's needed. And the pit window opens up after 15 minutes of race time, and they close with 15 minutes to go. So you have to wait until the pit window. You have to change 2 tires, and if you do those 2 requirements, then you've satisfied the pit. If you don't do either one, if you don't do one of those, then you'll have to do two pit stops. And usually 2 pit stops within a 60-minute race will probably not work out well for you. We're down under 1 minute and 30 seconds of practice, so a lot of folks are either going into the pits or they're escaping back to the pits to wait for qualifying. There are still a lot of folks out there, but getting in their last minute practice before the official qualifying opens up. And one more thing to add is that with this being a ranked race server, once qualifying starts, no one else can join the server. So server entrance gets closed off. And then if an issue happens or if somebody disconnects, they are out and they can't rejoin either. So hopefully there are 23 people as of right now at the end of practice. Hopefully all 23 make it through qualifying. Hopefully all 23 start the race, and hopefully all 23 end the race. So we will see. This is about to fire over to qualifying as of, there it is right now. It looks like it's a solo or a single qualifying session. So it's a little bit different, but I will stop talking for a moment. And the software is going to kind of cycle through people as they go. So I will be back here in probably about 10 minutes for the race start, and then I'll kind of see how it goes. Maybe pop in or out with some commentary if people are actually hanging out here or not. And if no one really is, then yeah. So there are people hanging out. So thank you to all you all. I just looked at the users in the chat. Thank you for stopping by. But here goes qualifying. I'll stop talking for a bit. Please enjoy. And I'll be back here in just a few minutes. All right, everybody. So it looks like, yes, Jeff Hooton has gotten into the 201s, 201.6. He's your current pole position P1. Nicholas Cortez there, about 4 tenths behind. Victor Paz, 5 tenths, and then Keith Hurst in P4 is a full second behind. And the times are kind of ranging from there. So 7.5 seconds off the pace is your P18. We still have 22 people out there, or at least in the server. So that's pretty awesome to see. And now that I think about it, probably the reason why RaceRoom decided to do solo qualifying for this is like how I was saying, with only 10 minutes. 10 minutes is pretty tough with a lot of cars out there to try to get a qualifying valid lap set. So they probably went for solo qualifying. That way you at least have, you know, 4 laps of your own to try to set the best time. So with the results, there's your official qualifying results. Jeff Hooten, P1, 201.66. Victor Paz comes in at P2 with a 201.899. Nicholas Cortez, 202.087, P3. Keith Hurst, P4. Mohammed there in P5. Andre Davis, P6. Grammy Dog, P7. Jeff Street, no, probably not what it is, but ST, P8. Thomas Cowart, P9. Luca Nedelko, P10. Zoltan there, P11. It's pretty good by him. Emory Anderson, P12. How many people do we have in the server? We have 20. Somebody was sitting the wrong way in the pit. So I don't know if we'll have a couple dropouts or not. Let's see. As they all make sure they have enough fuel, make sure they have tires, make sure maybe they've got a pit stop preset ready to go. As I said, this is mandatory pit, so once 15 minutes of the race is gone, the pit window opens, and it's open until 15 minutes left. At least 2 tires needed to be changed to satisfy the requirements. As you can see, they're all popping in here. We'll see Victor Paz there flashing his lights. There's Jeff Hooten. He's just popped in. Your P1 Audi. I can't really see all the names yet in the software. They have not popped in. There they all are. So we still have all 20. Oscar Fielding out there. The awesome Simracers auto director. Who we have here? So bring Keith Hurst. Off they go. The lights are out. Victor Paz would say heck of a jump. Better than Jeff Hooten. Same with, I believe that's Nicholas Cortez. Audi on Audi action there. With the Mercedes going to the inside. That might be Keith. Yes, Keith Hurst in that orange Mercedes up into P3. All kinds of action happening back here. This is just P12. Jotix Devic. Back here in P12, and you can see the entire train of cars. Suzuka also is, at least in my opinion, it is a hard track to try to pass on. It's very tight, very close quarters, and with all the various turns, tight turns, it's very tough to pass. You can pass kind of in the spoon, and you can definitely pass on the back straightaway. Back straightaway, but like here through the hairpin, you're not really getting by unless someone just goes really far out wide and you can sneak to the inside. So let's move up. Let's move up to P8. Jeff ST. We'll have it looking out the cockpit, that way you can see everyone still. So everyone just in a single file line right now. Maybe also kind of thinking that this is an hour-long race. This is lap 1, as we all like to say. The race is won or lost on lap 1. You're very welcome, Cantu80. I'm sorry, with Twitch. You know, your Twitch name and your real name, I don't know. I can't put anything together. So Cantu80, you're welcome for the stream. Hopefully everything looks okay. As I always say, check our YouTube tomorrow. This will be up, same video, just better resolution, higher quality. So even better ways to watch it. All kinds of stuff happening here. Mohammed's gotten by up into P6, kind of cutting down there on Andre Davis. I should probably have it turn it off. There's the manufacturers. There we go. Now we can see easily turn on the livery too. Just to make it easy for everybody. Andres, yes sir. I know the name. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, you do some great racing, so keep it up. And the next one, yeah, hopefully we see you. Maybe you'll be there for Wednesday. If not, I'm sure next Saturday will be a GT3 race. We'll have hopefully just the same amount of people. Auto director, got here Keith Hurst up here. Oh, perfect timing. Not for me, not for Keith Hurst either, but Keith Hurst gets into the wall very, very hard there at the hairpin. And that's kind of like what I was saying. If you get through the hairpin, if you have too much throttle, you lose the back end, you go hard in the barriers, and then look at him, he has no hood anymore. I want to stay with him. I want to stay right there because I want to see he's gone very wide out. Come back in. He's making contact with all kinds of people. He's taken out Joe Tix Devick. Was kind of sideswiped there by Mr. Keith Hurst. He has damage on the hood. So kind of a calamity of events there. Unfortunately, that will probably take a few people out. There goes some people very, very wide. There was another. Oh, Zoltan. Zoltan has all the Mercedes seem to be having damage. No other cars do, so I know it's not a server thing. So these Mercedes have gotten into some barriers somewhere along the way. Nicholas Cortez, we're gonna jump up to him. I don't know why this is P8. Oh no, it was the wrong name. This is Nicholas Cortez here, P2, working on Victor Paz. Victor Paz, if you've seen any of our videos or streams, you know Victor Paz is always near the front in his Porsche. And my apologies. I'm watching my software and the Twitch, and I see a little jumpiness with the stream. My apologies for that. The WTCR. I hope sometime you do this with WTCR. Yeah, well, I like the WTCRs as well. Me with these streams for the North America Race Room, you know, we kind of I stream just you know, for that community. But you know, if you let me know, I can stream for anyone, anywhere. So if you let me know if there's any races going on that you want to kind of stream like this, recorded, uploaded, let me know, because I can certainly do that for anybody that might need it. So I love the WTCRs as well. I would have to say that RaceRoom probably does the WTCRs. To me, that's what RaceRoom is known for. They do the TCR cars, all of them. The TCR, the WTTC. They do everything extremely well. So those are probably the most fun to drive in the game. It might be an unpopular opinion, but it is what it is. Luca Gadelka here in P10, working on Keith Hurst, trying to stay close. Keith Hurst is still going. Keith Hurst has no hood. I am kind of surprised. I'm sure he has some type of aerodynamic damage. I think so with no hood. But then again, who knows? You can kind of see as they go through the S's. They're just in a single file line. No one's really getting, you know, side by side. Because if you go side by side, you touch through the S's, you're most likely gone. I saw Don Bessel jump in. Cars. Yes, sir. Here's Keith on the outside. That has allowed Luca to get by. You see some two people ahead of him. It's Zoltan. So I don't know what just happened there. People behind him. Calamity's behind him. Keith Hurst. Oscar Fielding. So there's kind of folks all over. Let's jump up to Andre Davis here is working on Muhammad. This is a Porsche trying to take out a BMW. Taking out, I don't mean taking out, but I mean get by. They're coming up to the hairpin here. This will be interesting to see. No, my apologies. That's Spoon. I sometimes forget where I am in Suzuka, especially with the TV broadcasting cameras. Andre. Let's stick with him for just a second, see what happens here. Nicholas Cortez is also getting very close to Victor Paz at the P1. We'll jump up there in just a second. Jeff Hooten's also getting close. It's kind of a three-way party. There goes Andre Davis. Late break, deep in the corner. Phone's going crazy. Apologies if you hear stuff in the background. All kinds of stuff going on. I missed what happened to Andre Davis. Oh, he got by Muhammad. Let's jump up to Nicholas Cortez. Still in P2. What is he about? 5/10 behind Victor Paz here in P1. So he's working on that. Let's jump around here. Koke Aparicio. And my apologies if I butcher any of those names. I'm sure I've butchered every single one so far. Aparicio got a little sideways before the chicane. Got turned around. He's on his way again. Back here in 18th place. Let's jump on Jeff Hooten. Jeff Hooten's up here in P3. Yeah, that's the hairpin. That's what I was looking for before. He's trying to stay close to Nicholas Cortez and his Audi, who's then trying to stay close to Victor Paz and his Porsche. And for any of you that are here watching right now, if I'm jumping around too much car to car, let me know. I tend to do that because I can see through the software when people get super close, it gets red, and I kind of jump to them just to try to catch action like I'm going to do now. So like Luca is super close on Emery Anderson there in front of him. It's P13 and P14. And as I say that, they get far away, so here goes Nicholas Cortez. He was red, 2/10 behind Victor Paz. They're into the chicane. They're both taking it very nicely. They both probably know there's 49 minutes left to go, so you can be aggressive, but then there's probably time later to be even more aggressive. Here's Jeff Hooten actually getting by Nicholas Cortez. I don't know, so there you go. Nicholas Cortez had a slowdown penalty, so it was probably big enough to give Jeff Hooten kind of a clear pass. So Nicholas Cortez has moved back down to P3. I have no doubts that he's going to stay awful close to Victor Paz and Jeff Hooten there in P1 and 2. As all that was going on, it looks like the timings between everyone here has kind of evened out to where it's about a second in between everybody. Thereabouts. For all you folks watching, let's do this too. Let's compare the next car. So that is going to show the name on the right hand. If you're not used to the broadcast graphics and all that stuff, the name on the right side is who it's focused on, and the name on the left side is the person that they're chasing down. That's what it's saying. So that'll show you an active timing between Nicholas Cortez and Jeff Hooten, P3 and P2, respectively. Let's see who else we have here. Keith Hurst. Keith Hurst is still working it. And good for him as well, because that was a hard hit in the hairpin, which obviously took out his hood, as I said. So those aerodynamics are off the wall. But he's managing to keep it close. Emery Anderson here. That battle between himself and Luca Nedelko has not necessarily ended, but Luca's gotten by. And Emery will now work on trying to stay close enough there in P14. The runners at the front are getting close once again. This is probably going to be a 47-minute battle between these three. Staying close and probably switching positions as they go throughout all of this. And don't forget, the wild card is that the mandatory pit is in play, so we'll probably see some more shakeups when it comes time for pit stops. Here's Diego. Diego's managed to get by. He managed to get by Keith Hurst. He's now trying to run down Oscar Fielding. Oscar Fielding is working on Zoltan, P8 and P9 respectively. As they go through the S's, Nicholas Cortez here working on Jeff Hooten. Jeff Hooten gets a little wide out in the gravel. It's allowed Nicholas Cortez to get by. Race Club America, he's representing very well. Now trying to stay close enough to Victor Paz. He's about a second back, 1.3 seconds. Only because of the hairpin, so you'll probably see some of that time start coming down as they get through the long sweeping left-hander back to Spoon. And while they're doing that, we're going to jump to Oscar Fielding. Oscar Fielding, part of the Austin sim racing community, working on Zoltan Bertok of the North America RaceRoom community. As they go through the Spoon. Let's go to the cockpit view. If you're kind of new to watching the streams that I do, I say it often. I at least say it probably once or twice a stream. I really enjoy the cockpit views of the spectator mode because it gives you the best view, obviously, of what the person is seeing. So a lot of contact there. Oscar has a slow down penalty, so Zoltan is probably going to catch up just a bit. But that was a lot of contact there through the chicane. I think Oscar probably broke a lot later than Zoltan, resulting in some contact, resulting in a slowdown penalty. And off they go. We're going to jump back up to Nicholas Cortez, P2. Thank you to everyone that's currently here with us on Twitch. It's always appreciated when people decide to stop by and chat and hang out. Makes the time go by faster for me rather than just sit here and talk to no one in the live stream. If you've just joined also, so this is up on Twitch. This will also be up on YouTube tomorrow as a replay. Higher resolution, 60 frames a second, all that great stuff. So if you like what you see here and you're not able to watch all of this, definitely check out the North America RaceRoom YouTube page tomorrow, and this entire video will be up. Something new that you just probably saw come up on the standings on the timing screen there is the red circles. So the pit window is open. If someone gets into the pits, if they change their two tires, they may get fuel, they may not. Fuel doesn't matter at this point. It's really just tires. You'll see those red blocks start turning green. That means the person's done with their pit. They've done everything they needed to do, and away they go. Let's see who else is pretty close back here. So you can see Jeff Hooten working his way back up to Nicholas Cortez there in P2. So the P1, 1 through 3 is quite an active battle. And here's your first pit stop of the day. Andre Davis has come in, so he will hopefully satisfy the requirements. Hopefully have his red block turn green. He'll be on his way, and he'll be fine. Same for Mohammed. He's jumped in. Luca Nedelko, his entire car is up. He's getting 4 tires. You only need 2, but he's going above and beyond and getting those. Thomas Calvert's out. Him. Emery Anderson's come in, so everyone's jumping in the pits now. So I'm not going to do that, but let's just jump back on the top 3. Your podium runners at the moment. pit view. That way you can kind of keep an eye on how close Jeff gets, and then also how close Nicholas Cortez is going to get to Victor Paz. And it's going to be interesting to see which one of these three goes for the pit stop first. They may all go at the same time, but then again they may all go their separate ways and have different pit strategies. And then it turns into even more of a interesting scenario. Nicholas Cortez here, very close to Victor Paz, coming through the chicane, taking that chicane very nicely as they come down the straight, right to the start-finish line. Nicholas might have a great run here on Victor, so he might get him before turn one. Goes a little out, a little in. Let's go to the TV camera that we can kind of see where they go. So he is right on his bumper. He is right there. We're going to follow these all the way through the S's. And as these two are fighting, as hard as they're fighting here in P1 and 2, it's also letting Jeff Hugen get very close once again in P3. So it's having like an accordion effect. All three of them are going to bunch up here probably by the hairpin. Here they come down to the spoon. They're going to try to get through it. Try to have no problems, no issues. And then we'll see what kind of run Nicholas can get on the back straight from Victor. Probably going to have a little bit of a draft, a little bit of extra help. And like I said, that hoop is right there. Ever so close through all of it. Keep an eye right here. So all three jump into the chicane. Take it all very nicely. A little bit of curve on each side. Down the way they go. Go inside Nicholas Cortez's car. If the standings weren't there, you can see how much he's working the wheel. The hairpin might get a little tight. It might get very close. Victor got a little wide there, ever so slightly wide. Came back across the big curve. I don't know what Victor Paz does. He is so consistent in the Porsche. Just about any track that that the ranked servers put us on for GT3, especially in these long races. He does an amazing job just keeping it steady, keeping it level, staying consistent, lap to lap, and staying always near the front. If he's not P1, he's always up there challenging for P1. So it's awesome to see. Here we have Jeff Hooten, a familiar sight here in P3, working on Nicholas Cortez there in P2. Audi on Audi. Super close. Super close again. Jeff might try to make a run here down the hairpin. Let's go this way. Oh. Jeff was on the outside there of Nicholas Cortez. They had a little bit of touch, put Jeff into the wall ever so slightly, rubbed all the way down the side there. But luckily, that was really about it. Jeff's back out there. Still only 1 second back from Nicholas Cortez there in P2, so some time lost for sure, but certainly not all of it lost. Who do we have going in? Keith Hurst is in the pits. Zoltan's done with his pit stop, coming out. He's now on P15. Emery Anderson has finished his pit stop. He's out there in P14, about 5 seconds back from Luca Nedelko in P13. He's about 4 and some seconds behind these two here. Andre Davis working on Lester Lewin. What do we got here? It's a Porsche and an Audi. So Andre Davis has gotten in front of Lester there for P11. And these two are about 4 seconds behind Coque Aparicio. He's at P10. Nicholas Cortez into the pits. There we are. So Nicholas Cortez gives up his P2. Jeff Hooten has taken that over. Is now in the pits. We'll get some type of tires. We'll see where he comes out once he's done. Jeff ST here in Grimy Dog, P3 and 4. An Audi and a Chevy battling for P3. So now that the front runners have started to come in, and Nicholas Cortez is out, has the green circle. His pit stop's good. He comes out in P7, so now he's going to hard charge it for 34 minutes. He's going to try to have a great out lap and try to put in as many great laps as you can after that to cut down the time of when other folks start coming into the pits. Victor Paz is yet to come in. Jeff Hooten has not come in yet. These two here, Jeff ST and Grammy Dog, they have yet to come in. So Nicholas Cortez is going to push as hard as he can to close the gap between P1 through all the way through P1 through 6. So we have a speeding in the pit lane. So Diego is going to have a drive-through. That will pretty much take him out of this race. We'll see where he cycles around after his drive-through. He has 3 laps to do that. Let's go inside with Jeff here. These guys are dancing back and forth. Grammy has a slowdown there. I'm not sure if he's taken it yet. That might give Jeff the opportunity to potentially get by. Penalty for Cortez. Did he have one? I didn't. If it popped up, I did not see it. So we'll have to see if he picked up a drive-through, maybe for speeding in or out of the pit lane. And if he did, that's a big blow. That'll pretty much kill. I mean, he probably won't come in dead last, but he certainly, if he has a penalty, he will not be up in those top positions. He hasn't come around for a thing there, so we'll keep an eye out. We'll see if he comes back through for a drive-through. Sometimes the steward decision boxes, if a lot of penalties come through at one time, then it's hard to see who actually has gotten what. So Nicholas Cortez very well could have gotten a penalty, I just didn't notice. Or it was covered up by another penalty by someone else. So what do we have here? Diego, he's going through for his drive-through penalty. So cross fingers, he does not get another one. We're going too fast through it. Koke Aparicio, he's coming in for his mandatory pit stop. Did Diego make it? We'll see if anything pops up for Diego. So, P1 through P6 have yet to make a pit stop. These folks have 16 minutes to come in for a pit. The pit window will close with 15 minutes to go. And I think if you don't take your pit, I think the penalty is maybe a 90-second penalty. I don't think it's a full disqualification. I think it's just a time penalty from what I remember. But there we are. Jeff ST here is getting very close to Grimy Dog, P2 and P3. Jeff Hooten has come in for his pit. So the first one of the top 6 positions has come in. We'll keep an eye out for any potential penalties that may pop up for him. Nicholas Cortez going by again. So if you got a drive-through or if you got a penalty, I think he has one more lap to satisfy that. So we'll see what happens. So this right here is your closest battle between P2 and P3. Looks like Amato's come in. He was in P6. He's jumped in for his pit stop. He's now down in P8. He's going to be in P9. He might come out around P10 or 11 by the time he's finished with that. Get back up to Jeff ST and Grimy Dog. So these two are 15 seconds behind Victor Paz in P1. So quite the gap. Victor could not take a pit stop, obviously, and get out in time. 2 tires. I mean, it's probably like 45 seconds to 50-second pit stop. So once Victor comes in, he'll definitely give up P1 whenever he does come in. He's yet to come in. He goes by the start-finish line there, so he's well on his way. There's Jeff ST. He's jumping in for his pit. So that means Oscar Fielding here is going to eventually take over P3 once he comes through the chicane. I'm not sure who Oscar has there in front of him. That might be a lapped vehicle, perhaps. Probably is, since it's someone out of order. But there you go. So Oscar Fielding has now popped up to P3. So we are down to three individuals that have yet to pit. If you're looking at the standings, P17, 18, and 19, and 20 are no longer in this race. So they will remain red until the end of this thing. So there you go. Oscar's gotten by whoever that back marker was. So I'm trying to find, just trying to see here. Let's stick with Victor for a second. So Nicholas Cortez is now back up into P4. He's 20 seconds behind P3. He would take over P3 when Oscar decides to take his pit. So he'll be right back. So I don't know if he got a penalty. Unless it was a slowdown. But he did not get a drive-through, or he would have had to have taken it already. So we'll leave him alone. Victor coming through the chicane. He's not taking his pit stop yet, so he's going to try to go as long as he can. And he's got about 11 seconds, or not 11 seconds, I'm sorry, 11 minutes before the pit window will close. He's got about 3 laps left before he should jump in and take his pit stop. Here's some action back here. Keith Hurst is about 1 second behind P13. Diego here in the Welland Chevy. I'm going to assume that's a Callaway Corvette. It seems to be what everyone takes if it's a Chevy. So what you're seeing here is P13 and P14 right behind. Keith got work done as Keith now has a hood again. So who's that spun around there? So Zoltan having little issues in the hairpin. Got turned around. Keith and Diego's gotten by him, so Zoltan's now down into 14th position. Let's see what we got here. Grimy is there. Victor's there. Oscar Fielding is there. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on those 3 on when they get close to the start-finish line or the start-finish line straight. See if any of them take a pit stop. And once again, I see a lot of names in here that I normally don't see when we stream these. So thank you for being here with me. Thank you for watching. Hopefully everything's looked okay. Hopefully I sounded okay. Hopefully I'm not making too much of a fool of myself as I'm talking through things here. As always, if you're new to our streams here on the North America Race Room, be on the lookout. There's a link here on our Twitch page for the YouTube side of things. Be on the lookout tomorrow for this video to go up on the YouTube side. 1080p, 60 frames a second. A lot better than what you're seeing here now on Twitch. I usually stream a lot lower than how I record at the exact same time. So if you're jumping in just for a bit and you want to see more of this, you don't get to see it. Definitely find the YouTube page and subscribe to it, follow it, get notifications set up there, and you'll see when it goes up. It'll be up there in all of its glory for you to either pick up where you left off or rewatch more of it if you missed some of the first part. So it's been a great race. A lot of action, a lot of drama, a lot of spins, but getting off switching around people. My apologies. Nicholas Cortez here back in P7 coming down to the chicane. Oscar still did not take one. Grimy did not take a pit, and neither did Victor Paz. So we're still on the lookout for those 3. Those 3 have yet to pit, and when they do, we're gonna find out when they do. Jeff ST here. He's within a second of Jeff Hooten in P4 and 5. There you see Jeff Hooten there in the dark gray Audi, just going out of the picture. And with the Audis, you can never tell if the front have damage or not, because I think the damage for those is they cave inward, almost make like a half moon shape on the front. And they're always moving too fast to even see if he has damage or not, which he may, but if he does, it's not really affecting what Jeff Hooten is doing. So, Jeff ST, let's have the auto director do something. So it jumps back here to Diego. Diego's about 1.5 seconds behind Keith Hurst. P12 for Diego, P11 for Keith Hurst. As you can see on the standings, everyone's kind of spread out at the moment. We'll probably see some action once the front runners finally take their pit, as we'll see some of those times start to decrease very rapidly, and we'll probably start to see hopefully some fighting for probably 1 through 5, I would assume. Here comes Oscar. Perfect timing. Click on him. He's coming in for his pit. So we're now down to Victor and Grimy Dog that have yet to pit. So Jeff Hooten's coming through the chicane. Jeff Hooten should take P3. Jeff ST should take P4. Mohammed there, he might have a chance to move up the spot. Same with Nicholas Cortez, but that might be getting a little too far down. Oscar might get done and out before Nicholas Cortez finds his way down there. Oscar's still sitting there. Let's see. Nope, I was wrong. Nicholas Cortez is going to have it, so Oscar's going to drop behind that. And Andre Davis, so Oscar Fielding goes down to P8. I think he's probably got enough time to get out before Luca. He does not, so he's going to drop even one more. My times are all off. So he's dropped behind Luca Nedelko. Oh, and there it is. What you never want to see if you're driving or if you're doing this, where Oscar Fielding has a drive-through penalty for speeding. So he will have to go down one more time and cross fingers of not getting another penalty. But that will basically put him not near the top. He'll be near the bottom, unfortunately. And that's unfortunate. Here comes Victor Paz. So we will watch Grimy Dog as Victor goes in for his pit. He's going to have just the back tires, so he's only doing 2. Grimy Dog is going to take over as your P1 of this race. Grimy Dog also only has 5 minutes left to do his pit stop. Jeff Hooten is your P3, clear back here, 32 seconds behind Victor Paz. Victor might get this done, and he has. So Victor Paz has only dropped 1 spot to Grimy Dog in P2. Grimy has to pit. So I would have to assume that Victor Paz will have P1 back once Grimy decides to finally jump into the pit. Andre Davis here. Andre Davis is working on Nicholas Cortez and has it. So he's put Nicholas Cortez back into 7th place. Andre Davis moves up to P6. Doing a little skateboarding ollie action on the curbs there. Must be just the animation for how they go across these. Looks crazy. So this is your closest battle at the moment. Nicholas Cortez in P7, Andre Davis in P6. Nicholas Cortez is kind of dropping back ever so slightly from Andre Davis there. So with that, we are going to... So Oscar Fielding here, coming down for his unfortunate drive-through penalty. And usually if you get one, you learn from it, and you try not to get a second one. So it looks like he's satisfied the penalty, has not picked up another one, so now he will be charging hard to try to... How much time left? 18 minutes. I mean, there is potential for him to get P10 back as he's working on Diego here in P11. Grimy Dog does not take another pit, so he's waiting until the very last moment, it looks like. He's going to try to build up as much time as he can. As you can see, he's only about 15.5 seconds in front of Victor, which is not nearly enough time to satisfy the pit and get out before Victor comes around. So he must be trying to try to go as long as he can to then jump in the pit and maybe only just switch a spot with Victor and come out in P2. We'll find out once he finally jumps in there. Hopefully soon. He's now down to 17.5 minutes left in the race, and he's got 2.5 minutes to satisfy a pit stop. The pit window will close with 15 minutes to go. I can only assume that he knows that, because it's certainly not a new a new thing for these hour-long races, but you could potentially forget at times. I think he's in this chat too. I think he's watching and driving. So Grammy's actually in here. So Grammy, if you can hear me, make that pit stop. Satisfied. Diego here. So Oscar's gotten by Diego. So Oscar, after a drive-through, has gotten back up to P11. What else do we have? So Diego, so this is the closest battle. Where's Grimy? Grimy's, let's follow him. Follow him at least to the start-finish line or the pit. I would have to assume, I would bet money that he's going to pit here now. There he goes. So Grimy, the last person to pit, is finally pitting. So that will allow Victor Paz, who was very close as was anyway, to reclaim P1. And we'll have a pretty decent gap from P2, whoever that might be. Jeff Hooten is gonna boogie and ollie down the curbs to try to steal back. Oh, so Jeff Hooten does have damage there on that front end of the Audi, as it kind of looked like, but it's kind of hard to tell. Grimy's still sitting. He might be getting front tires only, but Jeff Hooten is going to take over as your P2. Jeff ST is going to take over as your P3. Mohammed, running a great race right now, is going to move up into P4. Andre Davis coming through the chicane. Grimy is moving. So Grimy should... Oh! So Grimy Dog picks up a drive-through penalty for speeding. So that is all hope dashed at this point. 15 minutes to go. Drive-through penalty for Grimy Dog. So he will have to make one more pass through. That is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate when anyone gets it. Especially after running a great race, pitting with that little amount of time left, and then picking up that penalty will put him down there a little ways. Let's see what we got here. Diego is getting very close here at Oscar Fielding once again. P12 trying to get P11 back. We'll watch here as they go through the S's through the cockpit. We'll stick with this for just a moment. This is your closest battle for position at the moment on track. We'll stick here. Victor Paz, P1, has a 21-second lead over P2, Jeff Hooten, who then has a 3-second lead over Jeff ST in P3. All the timings timings were starting to drop fast between Victor Paz and Jeff Hooten, so I had to see what maybe was up, but obviously nothing. So let's jump up to another close battle at the moment. Luca Nedelko in the BMW trying to chase down Nicholas Cortez here in P7 in the blue Audi. Less than a second now separates them. So we'll follow this battle here for a bit as well. Just for a little action, a little drama. See what happens here. We have about 12.5 minutes to go. Everyone that needed to do a pit stop has done a pit stop. Luca's working it here, trying to get by Nicholas Cortez. And my software says that Mr. Cortez has 24% engine damage. Not sure how true or how accurate that is, but Cortez might have some issues with his engine, which might also be playing into this close battle here. So. Here he goes down the long stretch. Let's go TV. They're super close. Cuts across the nose. Has the pass. And onward he goes. I was looking at my phone for a second. So Luca has P7, pulling away a little bit from Nicholas Cortez. Jeff Hooten here is now about 18 seconds. Ooh, Emery Anderson's in deep into the barriers. That's a lot of Oscar Fielding to get by. So Oscar Fielding's up into P9 after his drive-through. Emery Anderson is dropped back behind Diego. So that was a vicious hit there in the deep into the barriers. Luckily, he was able to get out of there. We are now under 10 minutes to go of this 60-minute race. 50 minutes have passed. The pit window has passed. Now it's all just down to managing whatever tires might be left on these cars, whatever fuel might be left, and trying to get to the checkered flag. I'm going to let Auto Director take over. That way I don't click around and I don't stay on someone too long. Andre Davis here in P6. He's about 1.2 seconds behind. Goes super wide there. That will probably be a slowdown penalty. About a second and a half behind Grimy Dog there in P5. Don't know if Grimy's taken his drive-through yet. No, he's doing it right now. So Grimy's going to take his drive-through. That was unfortunate to get. Luca Nedelko and Nicholas Cortez might steal some positions here from Grimy as he's going down the pit lane. Hopefully Grimy's not speeding. There goes Luca and Nicholas Cortez. Luca gets it. And Nicholas Cortez gets it. So Grimy drops down 2 places with his drive-through penalty. Down to P8. Okay. Mauricio and P14. There was a yellow flag on his name, so I'm not sure what happened there. That might have just been him getting out of the way, letting Victor get by. And Victor is cool, calm, and collected at the moment. Cool, calm, collected, and consistent. The 4 C's of sim racing. I just made that up, so no one take that to the bank. Grimy goes extra inside. Takes some curb. He might have some damage, perhaps. I don't know. Or he might just be driving really. Might be hard charging, trying to get a place back after his drive-through penalty. He's about 1 second behind Nicholas Cortez. P7 and P8 respectively. Victor Paz getting some slowdown penalties, but still having over 17 seconds between himself and Jeff Hooten in P2. Let's stick with Grimy Dog for a second. He's actively getting close. Grimey has gotten. So Nicholas Cortez took a place from Grimey, and Grimey's taking it right back. So Nicholas Cortez in P8, Grimey Dog in P7. There's about a 3-second gap between himself and Luca Nedelko up there. You can kind of see him in the distance, about to go into turn 1. So that is the gap right there between Luca and Grimey for 6 and 7. So Grimey could very well get the positions back that he lost for his drive-through. We'll find out. We'll find out here in 6 minutes what happens. Auto Director is going to take us wherever Auto Director wants to do it. It's going to take us to Nicholas Cortez here, who is trying to keep up with Grimey Dog there in P7. Grimey, no. So they're also coming up on a back marker somewhere. Zoltan here, down at P13. Still going, still racing, still connected, following a Mercedes. It looks just like his. Zoltan has some hood damage. I think he's had for quite a while, so he didn't really get any repairs done in his pit. Which, if it's not affecting his driving at all, then there's no reason to repair it. So, as long as he can see out the windshield, if that's the camera view he's using, then everything's fine. Just so, since I haven't done it yet, let's go through the field very quickly. Show where everyone is. Victor Pass here is your P1, about 15, now about 14.5 seconds ahead of Jeff Hooten in P2. So Victor Pass here moving down to the spoon. Very well out in front for P1. Jeff Hooten getting by a lap car there in the hairpin. Is your P2, trying to get close to Victor Paz if he can within these last 4 minutes of the race. What's happened here? Grimey Dog. Grimey Dog is off. Nicholas Cortez is going to get by. Lester Lawlon's going to get by, but he is a lapped car. So Grimey's had a problem there, and Nicholas Cortez has gotten by once again. Grimey. So Grimey's back in P8. Let's continue on. Jeff ST. P3. He has about 4.8 second gap between himself and Jeff Hooten in P2. Back from Jeff ST, you have Muhammad. Fantastic to see him up there in P4. He's about 8.5 seconds behind Jeff ST. Sitting in P4 pretty. P5, you got Andre Davis. He is about 15 seconds back from Muhammad in P4. One back from Andre Davis, you have Luca Nedelko here in P6. He is about 14 seconds between himself and Andre Davis there. 7 seconds back from Luca is Nicholas Cortez. Going strong, trying to make up as many places as he can from his drive-through penalty that he had earlier. 5 seconds behind him. You almost saw Nicholas in the same picture. You have Grimey Dog here in P8. Had a drive-through. Was making up some positions, had a little spin, a little damage, and he's back to P8. Less than a second now between himself and Grimey Dog. You have Oscar Fielding, I believe, yes, he also had a drive-through as well. So all three of these with a drive-through are 7, 8, and 9. So Oscar Fielding here working his way. Going to try to get by Grimey here at some point. He is now under half a second as they're doing that. Let's right here for 1 moment. The lap car being very generous, getting out of the way there. It's very good to see. And then they jump right back in. So let's follow this at least through the essence and see what happens. And we will continue with going through the field. I'll get him through the hairpin, and then we'll move on if anything happens. About to come up. Hard on the brakes. Oscar's hard on the brakes. Maybe a little a later brake than Grammy did, but held on right there. So really quickly, we'll move back. So 7 seconds behind that battle you just saw, Diego Jones. I always say his name wrong, so I try not to say his last name. As I'm doing that, though, it's getting spicy here. So Oscar has made the move in the spoon. Has gotten by Grammy Dog as I moved away from them. Zoltan spun. Zoltan has spun in the hairpin. Let's keep going here. So, P11, you have Emery Anderson, about 6 seconds behind Diego in P2 and P10. I see more. Oh my goodness. I moved off of these guys. They're having problems. So, it looks like Grammy and Oscar's gotten together. Grammy has let Oscar get by once it, gave the position back. That was probably something on Grammy's fault there, going into the chicane, but in doing so, Diego has jumped up to P9. So Emery Anderson is now in P11, so probably where he was before. About 4.9 seconds behind Grammy Dog there in P10. Amato out there doing work, sitting in P12, about 7.3 seconds behind Emery Anderson. Zoltan, you saw the quick spin through the hairpin. P13, Koke, Aparicio, P14, and Lester at P15. Let's jump back to Victor Paz. Oh, right at the very end. My apologies to Victor. So Victor Paz, your winner, P1. 60 minutes of Suzuka. He was out there for most of it, got through his pit, and came out on top. Jeff Hooten, P2. Jeff ST coming by. There's your P3. Muhammad coming through. Grimy had done something. Grimy somewhere. Jeff ST, P3. Muhammad here, P4. Fantastic race from him. Coming through the chicane, Gavant Andre Davis. Once the graphic updates, there it is. Andre Davis coming through as your P5. There it is. Luca Nedelko coming through the chicane. I don't know how much time they give before the there's 3 minutes to finish the race. So everyone should be. I think Luca's doing some drifts down that way. Nicholas Cortez, fantastic race. Had the unfortunate drive-through penalty. Has put him back into P7. Could have been a lot worse though. So P7 for him. Oscar Fielding coming through. P8. Diego coming through right behind him. P9. Emery Anderson jumps up to P10 after Grammy had another issue somewhere on the track that we did not see as I was following through there. Grammy Dog's going to come through with P11. Amato right behind him, P12. Solid outing. And Zoltan coming through, P13. Koke Aparicio, I think, was a lap down. He's already finished. Lester's out there. I think he's already finished as well. Yeah, they were lap down. So there is your full results. The unfortunate 5 people had a DNF. 2 folks were 1 lap down. And Victor Paz comes through as P1, your winner. Jeff Hooten, P2, and Jeff ST, P3, your podium positions. Jeff Hooten had the fastest lap as well, 2:02.316. So, fantastic work, fantastic action, some drama in there. It was great stuff. Suzuka always produces usually good races. It's a long track. A lot of things can happen. A lot of time for things to happen, and things usually do. So as the server kicks us out because it's over with, we'll go to this. Thank you to everyone that stopped by in the Twitch chat. If you stayed through the entire thing, we really do appreciate it. We do this for the North America RaceRoom community, but then also for anyone else who jumps in there. So, Nicholas Cortez from Club America, anyone from the South America countries that jumped in, if anyone's from Europe that jumps in, on the America servers that we stream for. I mean, we do this for the racers. I sit here. I certainly don't do this for myself. We're not making any money off this. We're not doing this for any type of, recognition or whatnot. We stream these. We commentate on these. We do all these videos for the people actually in the race, doing their work, giving it their all. So congratulations to everyone that made it out tonight. Everyone who finished, your podium position people. Great stuff. For everyone in the chat, thank you for stopping by. Make sure to follow this page if you want to. Like I said, anything that the North America RaceRoom is involved with, any races, we stream usually on Twitch. Sometimes we'll stream on YouTube. If I can get it to work. I usually have trouble with YouTube, so that's why I always record while streaming, and the recording, which is a higher resolution video, 60 frames a second, goes up on YouTube. So YouTube houses everything that we've ever streamed or recorded or done. So if you like what you saw here, find the YouTube page, subscribe to it, go through old videos if you want to, wait for new ones to go up. They're usually up by the next day. So, set your notifications on both sides. Follow our Twitter, in RaceRoom, in RaceRoom. I think there's also a link maybe on this page. There's definitely, not a link, but, the name in the YouTube description of the videos. We have an Instagram, North America RaceRoom. Instagram, kind of brand new. So there may not be a whole lot of stuff on there, but there will be. Follow that if you're into Instagram. Jump in our Discord. I mean, we're called the North America RaceRoom, but anyone can get in there. If you're from the South America countries and you want to jump in there to hang out, to race with us more often, I mean, do it. We're open to anybody. Canadian, North America, United States, and then South America. Any people down there from anywhere, even if you're in the European countries. Jump in. You can certainly race with us for anything we do, whether it's ranked or unranked or whatever. So we do all kinds of crazy stuff. We do other sims as well. ACC, Automobilista 2, I can't even say the word, iRacing. So we're kind of into everything. We get together for other stuff. So it's a great place to hang out, talk about a lot of stuff. Real racing, sim racing, other things, get in there. Once again, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for making it enjoyable. That way I'm not just kind of talking to no one at any given time. I'm at least talking to people or interacting with folks. So thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Follow everything we've got, or even if you have things that your communities are doing, if you're not part of our community and you're in a different community, throw out, in a YouTube comment, or join our Discord and throw your community's races that you do, throw them in. We have an external races channel where, other communities can throw in stuff that they're doing. We'll follow back, or we'll do whatever, but we'll certainly follow you to see what you're doing, and kind of go from, go that route and everything else. Who knows? We'll all follow each other. It's all one big community in the end. It's all RaceRoom stuff. We all love it. We all love other sim racing, other sims. We do this for fun. Some people do it for, maybe for a living. Certainly I don't, but I'll do all this. This is fun stuff. So have a great evening. If you're watching this tomorrow, and I saw a few people few people followed actually just now, and then like throughout this broadcast. Thank you for everyone that followed this, or if you followed in the past and you're still following. Thank you. This channel is also kind of new as well on the Twitch side. So hopefully as we go longer, we'll get some more followers, and we'll go from there. Not that we're trying to make affiliate or partner or any of that Twitch stuff. We really just do this for the RaceRoom community, whether they be North America, South America, Canada, Europe, whoever. We do this for all of you. So hopefully everyone knows that. And so, yeah, now I'm just rambling at this point. So I'm going to end this. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for being here. If you're watching it on YouTube tomorrow, thank you for watching that as well. Follow all of our various stuff: Instagram, Twitter, Discord, Twitch, YouTube, anything. Follow it all. Link up with us, and we'll get going. Tomorrow's Sunday. There might be a small race tomorrow that we'll stream. I'm not sure. We're definitely streaming on Monday. Monday is the final round of the North America RaceRoom DTM 95 Championship. So be on the lookout for that. We're actually back here at Suzuka. So the DTM 95s on Suzuka should be insanity. I would have to assume. Hopefully we see a lot of our people that have signed up for it jump in there. We're gearing up for season 3. Once we have more information about that, we'll drop it. So if anyone's going to be interested in it, get in the Discord for more details once those become available, and we'll go from there. So we're going to end this, as I've said 4 times already now. Just keep on talking. Thank you for watching. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for following. Thank you, everyone on the YouTube side, everywhere. Thank you to everybody. We all make this fun. We all make this enjoyable. So have a great evening. Watch this tomorrow. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Have a great weekend if you're done after this for the weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. If not tomorrow, we'll go from there. Be safe. Be healthy. Be happy. Go sim racing.